Hello, Scorpio. This is Destined Divinity Tarot, and this is my first set of zodiac readings. What I'm getting as a collective energy for all of you is that you're steady running from something. Like, you guys been thinking way too hard about how you're spending your time. And I think that you're like literally hoping for someone or something to come around while simultaneously telling them or it to fuck off. Which, I mean, that is just so, that is so Scorpio. That's so Scorpio. And anybody who knows me knows, like, I love you guys. Like, you guys are my fucking weakness. And I'm really excited to get into this reading because sometimes I feel like the only fucking way to get a Scorpio to listen to you, like to really listen to you, is really a situation like this. Like, it's pretty nice. Since I'm in a video and you're going to sit here and listen to what I have to say, you don't have the time to interrupt me and tell me that I don't understand and that I'm wrong and whatever. You guys are you guys are awesome, but you can be really defensive, okay? But remember, I love you, okay? There's nothing at all, not a single quality in any Scorpio I've ever met that I can't accept. I love all of you. All right, look, so the first group is the Moonstone and the Wheel of Fortune. And then the second group is the Obsidian. And I mean, I try to like keep my big rocks and my little rocks in separate videos, but I really felt like some of you Scorpios would appreciate the black rock. Because I just heard black like my heart. And something about one thing about a Scorpio's heart, like it's like a golden heart coated in black. Like, why do you guys never want us to know that you care? What is that about? You know that we know, right? All right, look, the Hierophant, group 2. So, choose the group that's calling out to you the most right now, and I'll see you there. Oh, by the way, there's timestamps in the description box. I meant to say that. Okay, see you there. Hello, Scorpio, group 1 with Moonstone and the Wheel of Fortune. So what I'm getting from the Wheel of Fortune so far is I feel like you guys are I think you have one very specific goal in mind at the moment, and the way that you're going to reach it is very unclear to you. And I feel like you're not really focusing on the right things to get there. And I'm hearing that you're like afraid to take a chance, really. So let's get some more information for you guys. What do you really need to hear right now? What does group 1 Scorpios really need to hear? Okay, take that one and take the one on the bottom. Okay, so first off, the Hierophant. How very interesting. I'm sure you guys remember that from the intro that was that was their main energy. So maybe there are gonna be some messages in that reading for you guys as well. And then the 7 of Cups. Justice. and the Seven of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So I just want to tell you guys, like, before I start filming the videos, as I'm like choosing the cards for the intro, I basically get like a feel of what makes the first group's energy different than the second group's energy. And while I was looking into you guys, the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles both showed up. And that's where I'm getting this whole focusing on the wrong things idea, because the Seven of Cups is like, it's like he's putting all his effort and his mind is 100% on these cups that he's collecting, but they're not doing anything for him. You know, it's as if you're collecting trophies of things that aren't really benefiting you. I'm hearing distraction, like as if every last one of these cups is just another way to distract you from what's really going on. And then the Seven of Pentacles, this card, the Seven of Pentacles in this deck speaks a lot to the fact that your attention is misled right now. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like you just kind of don't know where to put your attention right now. Like with this Hierophant, your mind is certainly wandering, is something I'm getting. But if you'll notice here in this Seven of Pentacles, so the background is like, it's kind of futuristic, right? And then you've got this like heavenly scene here, and when I look at it, I feel as though the rest of the world sees this all as perfection, you know. And it's like the way that the world works. Like you can see how the background, he reflects his surroundings, right? But what's interesting is that all of his attention is on this little flower down here. You know, where the rest of the world might see beauty in all of this going on around him, he's trying to protect the one thing left that, you know, is growing from the earth. He's trying to protect that last flower. You know, all of his effort is on that. And I think that that is you basically trying to protect yourself. And the whole focusing on the wrong things, I'm not saying that like your focus on this flower is wrong. You should focus on yourself. You should protect yourself. But don't let that stop you from seeing the beauty of the world and the people around you. You know, I know that a lot of times you probably feel very misunderstood, and I say that not just because you're a Scorpio, but because of the cards that are here in front of me. And one of the reasons that you feel that way, I believe, is because you don't always really understand yourself. You are consistently torn between your brain and your heart, your logic and your intuition. You really want to do what is right for you right now, is what I'm getting. And I think that you're pushing away the thing that you want the most out of fear of losing it, you know? Like, you're not taking the risk that you need to take to get what you want because you're afraid that you're gonna lose it, you know? Or you're afraid that you're gonna fuck up. And I think that the message for you here is really just that you're thinking too hard. And sometimes that you really just need to look at your surroundings in a more flexible way, you know, be a little bit more open-minded about how you might reach, you know, what you are truly hoping for. Just take a chance, because one thing that really speaks to me with these cards is that sometimes when we are too afraid to take a chance, it has a lot to do with control. You know, when you can't control the outcome of the situation, it's scary to put yourself into that situation, and it's understandable. I get why you feel this way, but I really think the message for you here is that you're never gonna know if you don't try, right? And you're gonna, after you go through this, after you take your chance and it works out or doesn't work out, then you will know, right? That's when you'll know. And sometimes you just need to leap in there, you know? You're spending too much time in your head, too much time daydreaming, too much time thinking about it, and not enough time taking action. And you're not trusting your intuition enough. You're thinking too hard. So get into your heart a little more. Get into your intuition. Get into your feelings. As much as you hate to do that, you can't ignore your feelings all the time, because the only way to reach, you know, your goals is, and to get to like a career that makes you happy or a relationship that makes you happy, is to listen to how you feel. You know, your emotions are always there, even when you're like totally acting like they're not. They are there. And when you ignore them, you really do miss out on the things that invoke good emotion for you, you know? So just because you hate the bad emotions doesn't mean that you don't need to feel them in order to get to the other side, okay? So that's your message. Take a chance and think about how the people around you make you feel. Another thing about this little flower here is, what if you're hurting this little flower? You know, like, what if all this protectiveness that you got going on, like, say this flower isn't you and it's somebody else, and you're just so afraid to lose it that you're smothering it. That's something to think about too, I feel. So I think releasing control is big. Taking a chance is big. Your message here is to stop thinking so hard and don't try to control the outcome too much. So I really hope that helps somehow. And if you resonated with this reading, I would really love to know about it. And if it made absolutely no sense to you, I would love to hear about that as well. So please leave me a comment. And don't forget to like this video. share, subscribe for more zodiac readings in the future, and I'll see you next time. Hello, Scorpio Group 2 with the Obsidian and the Hierophant. So right off the bat, I'm certain that you are thinking too hard. Which the first group of Scorpios were also thinking too hard. So if you were drawn to that at all, there may be messages in that reading for you as well. But for you guys, I get more of a feeling of thinking about, so you might notice here there is these two people in the background, and just looking at that, you know, and it's coming out of his hand, right? It's a light that he's producing here that involves two people, but he sits alone, right? But unity is something that he is manifesting. So I kind of feel like that's the thing you're thinking too hard about, is what you really want. And I feel like it's in regards to love. I really do. It doesn't have to be. So if you're resonating with the rest of the reading, but you don't have somebody, you know, that intense on your mind, just detensify the things that I say related to maybe a friendship or somebody in your family. But I'm feeling a romantic connection here. So I'm going to read it like a romantic connection, okay? He's manifesting this unity, and you're thinking too hard about it, is what I'm hearing. It's not coming to you, basically, because have you ever heard people say you can't get something, like if you want it too hard, it'll never come to you? I think that might be something that you need to hear right now. Shoot, okay. Is that one flipped over first? What does Scorpio Group 2 really need to hear right now? What is your message for the Group 2 Scorpios? Okay. Let me just grab one more and we'll get started here. Is that one? Okay. So we have Justice, which did also come out in the first group. And it makes perfect sense. The Star. The Two of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles. So when I said in the intro that it feels like you're simultaneously hoping for somebody to come to you and telling them to fuck off, that's being shown right here. Like being torn between your head and your heart. And I think that your brain is ignoring your heart, like just completely covering it up, like you're not listening to that side of yourself. And I think it's because logically, if something didn't work out in the past, then it shouldn't work out in the future. But here's something you might need to hear. That's not true. And here's why. Because everything is always changing. People are always changing. You are always changing. And if your heart still feels so strongly about somebody or something, you cannot ignore that. You can't. I personally believe that nobody else can tell you what you should decide in a relationship. I believe the only advice that you should ever really listen to somebody else give you is to listen to your heart. As corny as it sounds, it is true, Things change and people change, and your heart knows whether or not it's worth trying again or sticking around through. And whoever you have on your mind, I think that this is how you see them. It's like this blinding light, this beautiful hope. I think you see them as super powerful, and I think that this lightning in the background is really sticking out to me. Like they struck you. They literally just have you in awe. Like, does somebody like that really exist? And your brain is like, no, nobody could possibly match me in this way. Nobody, there's no possible way that there's somebody in this world that truly can be in balance with me, that can be in harmony with me, that can go on a journey with me, because I'm so, different. That those are thoughts that I was hearing with the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles here. That is definite proof that there's something good going on. It shows that it shows something working. It shows something working, being successful, and bringing you what you need. And he's floating on a literal infinity symbol down here, right? And pentacles represent earth energy, earth, strong. It's very solid and long lasting. Like, how many millions of years has the earth been in existence? You know what I'm saying? I think that's the thing that's really scaring you, is the fact that you could see something very long lasting with this beautiful person here. You love their energy, but you love yourself too, and you love your alone time. And I think that while you feel, that you can match this person, I think that at the same time you're a little intimidated. And I say that because, if you look, there are some, significant lines here that you could see as thunder. They kind of match the lightning strikes that you get out of this card. But they're much smaller here, That's where I'm getting the whole maybe you're a little intimidated by it. Like, I think this person understands you in a way that a lot of people don't, and you love that about them, but it doesn't make sense. So I think you kind of just like deny it. I think you just kind of stay in your head all the time about this situation because your heart has been telling you that you need to give this a chance to work out. I really think that's what your heart has been telling you, and your head is just like, no, because in the past, last time that you really took a chance, it broke your heart. You know, black like my heart. I'm starting to understand why I heard that now, because you're letting the past stand in your way right now. That's your problem. You know, you can't expect the same exact thing to happen with this person as it happened with the last person. Number one, it's not fair to put that kind of pressure on somebody. And number two, it's not fair to you. It's not. You're standing in your own way here of feeling, feeling teamwork is what I just heard. You don't have to go at everything alone. This unity that you're manifesting right now, the only thing standing in the way of that is truly your fear of the past repeating itself. So I think definitely the message for you here is same message as the first group. I'm pretty sure what I told them is to give it a chance, take the fucking chance. I almost feel silly even for making 2 readings because honestly, Scorpios, you're all feeling very afraid of something working out. And you need to follow your heart in this situation right now. You need to follow your heart and don't be so afraid of what could go wrong. Don't think too much about it. Just be in the moment here. Feel it, because I think something beautiful is going to come out of the next chance that you take. So I really hope that made some kind of sense for you. And if it did or it didn't make sense, I would love to know either way. So please leave me a comment, and don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe for future zodiac readings, and I'll see you in the future.